This conference will now be recorded.
Hi all, welcome to the next session on SAP ABAP. And in the last few classes, we have discussed about what exactly the SAP. And SAP is a product; it's a ready-made product, and SAP has given the existing ready-made applications for the 64 plus modules and almost 26 line of businesses. And there are a lot of existing
Hello, voice is not coming, sir. Hello.
same money. No, I will validate. I need to have a report where so in today, so what are all the hello,
Yeah, it's okay now.
hello,
Yeah, it's okay now.
yeah, yeah. So, uh, so at the end of the day, I need to validate what is the selling price today and what are the product we sold and also what is the total amount which we collected in today's right in each counter maybe based on the counter base also I am going to given a taken a report and based on that report I am going to collect the money from the cash manager's case. So that's exactly in a reports case. So display the data. Okay, display the data in user required format that we call it a report. Display the data in user required format that we are going to call it a reports case. So in the reports we have two kinds of reports. We have two kinds of reports. So one is the we have two kinds of reports. The one report is the classical reporting and the second one is interactive reporting. Next one is the interactive reporting. Interactive reporting is. So what exactly the classical reporting is? So display the summarized data in basic list or first list. The first list we call it a classical reporting. So the summarized data I'm going to display in a first report, and the interactive reporting is display the detailed information on secondary list. Display the detailed information, guys. So detailed, summarized data, detailed data, both are different, guys. Okay, so maybe I can say the example for the summarized data and the detailed data. Maybe I have a students, I am maintaining a student record. Okay, so in the summarized data I display only the student number, student name, and the total marks, how many marks he got, and out of the total marks, achieved marks and total marks and percentage I will show it, guys. But if I would like to see the detailed information, so how the total marks he got, how he achieved those marks, the detailed information in mathematics, how many marks he achieved, and in physics, how many marks he achieved, in chemistry, how many marks he achieved, in English, how many marks he achieved, in the Sanskrit, how many marks he achieved. Then I click on the student record, it will display all the detailed information, guys. That's we call it's an interactive reporting even, guys. So whenever you get an a results, all right, so whenever you enter in a hall ticket, first it will display the grade, name, and everything. When you click on the hall ticket number, it display the total information, right? Same kind of things over here. Maybe here also my business data I display in a summarized information. Maybe I have given a order, I will show the order total value and who is the customer. When I click on the order, it will display all the items which I have ordered. So what are the items I have ordered, guys? That exactly the interactive reporting. So display the summarized data in a first list and the display the detailed information on a secondary list. That we call it an interactive reporting, guys. So this is the reporting. Maybe as part of the classical reporting, we are watching the classical reporting now, and also selection screen programming also we are going to watch it out, guys. So maybe what I can say is, so reports, guys. So till now what we have seen is, till now what we have seen, SC38 and take the yesterday's program. I think did, yeah, this is the program, right? So how ABAP programming is executing, guys? It is executing line by line in sequence, right? It is executing line by line in sequence, guys. But ABAP is not a linear programming language, guys. ABAP is not a linear programming language. ABAP is not a linear programming language. ABAP is event driven programming language. Actually, ABAP is an event driven programming language, guys. What exactly the events? And we see the events. So events, we have different kind of events we have. And so event, the description, we have different kind of events, and maybe, so we have different kind of event for the classical reporting. We have different kind of events, and interactive reporting, we have different kind of events, guys. Classical reporting, the events are, one is the initialization, and at selection screen, and at maybe I in at selection screen we have different kind of events. Okay, so we'll see guys one by one. At selection screen on field, and control V at selection screen on block, and control V at selection screen on value request, and control V at selection screen on helper request. Okay, we have different kind of events in the ABAP, and maybe I copy copy and go to the um, shit go to the new slide, and here also control. What is the previous one is at selection screen on help request, and start of selection and end of selection, and top of page, and end events guys. So what exactly the events we'll see now, and maybe guys, so whenever you executed a program, so it is executing line by line 22, next to 33, and 35, 36, 37, 40, like this, right? Line by line it is executing. That's I say it's in a linear programming language, but ABAP is not a linear programming language. So based on the events the sequence will change guys. So it will come to 10th line, maybe based on the event it goes to the 100th line as well. So it's how the events will execute. Based on the sequence of the events, the program will execute, guys. So what exactly the events, and how these events are useful, guys? So how these events we will use in the reporting, we are going to see in the next classes, in next few minutes. And before going to that, and maybe guys, I will go to the selection screen, programming, and here you can see the selection screen. So how many types of selection screen we can have, guys? So how many types of selection screen we can have? How many types of selection screens? Maybe do you have anyone, do you have any bank account, online bank account? Do you get any statement? Huh? So how did you get any statement? uh, so I need to get a statement for the last 6 months. How you will get it? Huh? History, oh, but history it will give only 10 or 15 transactions. But if you want to get last 6 months transactions, what you need to do? Yeah, perfect. So I want in a selection date, and which is like in a range, guys. Range means, so I want a data from last 6 months. We are in the 12th month, maybe 01.06.2019. This is my from date, right? This is my from field. From next, I want the date. till today. Till today is the, maybe I will take till 12 December. Okay, and maybe this is my to date. This is my to date. So this is also one kind of selection, guys. So before we have one selection that is only single input, right? But if I want to have one more input by using this I call it's a range, guys. This is a range from to guys. If you want to design this kind of selections, if you want to design this kind of selections on the selection screen, then we use the select options. Select options. So for the single input, what is the keyword we use? Single input design. What is the keyword we use? Parameters. So parameters we are going to use for the single inputs, and it provides the single input values in the selection screen, right? And also whenever you use the parameters, we are going to use in equal parameter in the select statement, right? So here also, if you want to, okay, it provides ranges. It provides the ranges or multiple value selection. It provides a range, or I can enter the multiple input values, guys. Even I can enter the multiple input values. And syntax to define the select options are, so syntax is select select options. Guys, parameters, I started my naming convention with p underscore, and select options I am going to start s underscore, guys. S underscore, my field name, maybe my field name is, I will declare in a date, same example. And guys, here don't use the type, you have to use for. For is a keyword to define the select options. And also guys, you need to define a data object. Reference should be in a data objects, not the data type, guys. It should be in a data objects. So that definitely there should be in a data objects to declare the select options. Data object means declare a data objects data, right? And maybe I will declare a gv underscore date. It's in a global variable, and type of datum. Datum is in a system predefined system data type. It's in a datum is it indicates the date. So now I declare the data objects. I assign this data objects. So example like this. Now, so this is my generic. Maybe I can take out the data objects now. What is the data objects now? gv underscore date. So this is the way you need to declare it, guys. This is in a select options. It's in a select options, guys. Maybe I declare the select options, and we'll see, guys. Maybe copy the same program, or else we'll create in a new program, guys. Always gdesignite select select options. Maybe I can put on the back only. Create the program demo for select options in the selection screen, and executable program, and save. Guys, what I need to do, input selection is select the options, right? Select hyphen option options yes underscore date. For I need in a data objects and declare in a data objects data, gv underscore date, and type of data, and use that gv underscore date, right? Save and pretty printer, and pretty print the syntax check, and okay. Now execute the program. See guys, exactly we have an a from field, we have an a to field, and this exactly range I can give an a range for this guys, from date to the to date. And guys, here you are getting an s underscore data, it's a wrong s underscore date, and also here we are displaying in a technical field, right? So if I want to maintain a descriptions, where I can maintain the descriptions, go to and text elements and selection text. So it's an a, I can say it's an a order creation date, from which date the order is created. And always guys, text I always maintain upper camel case, and okay, enter, and come back and execute. Now you can see order creation date guys. And also guys, the selection screen point of view, it looks ugly guys. So I don't like this format of the selection screen. If you want to beautify your selection screen, so we have one more called selection screen, begin of block b1, okay, with frame. We can provide in a frames case with title text -001, and whenever you begin the frame, you need to end the block as well. Even when you need to end the block, control V, and it's a begin. Instead of begin here, you need to end it. So see guys, pretty printer, do the syntax check. So this is the just to provide an a beautification to your selection screen guys. Execute. Now you see there is in a box, so little beautiful compared to the previous one, right? So previous one is not looking good. Now you can see in a box, which is inside the box you have in a selection screen field guys. So this is what we are going to define selection screen. Always whenever you design a selection screen, you must define this, okay, to provide some beautification to your selection screen. The syntax is selection screen begin of block b1 with the frame title, and selection screen end of block b1. And the text 001 means just I am going to provide it like selection text. This I have given in a some text, right? In the same way for the box also I can give some text. This is the box, right? For this box I can provide some text here. So maybe I can double click. This is a text element guys. So double click on the text element, and text element does not, do you want to create? Yes, I can create it. And this is the uh, input box for date selection. So I'm giving some text. Come back and execute. Now you can see input box for the Hello.
Yes, sir. Yeah, now I can hear.
But guys, I told you right in the initial time, please you have to attend on the classroom training only. Okay. So this is the thing is sales area input maybe. So we are getting in a technical field name, and if you want to provide a description, go to text element and selection text. So see selection text, spot, which is in a division, right? And VKORG, it's in a sales organization. And next one is the distribution channel. Uh, distribution channel. Okay, come back and pretty printer and do the activation and activate it. Now you can see, so the selection screen, guys, we have a lot of fields in the selection. So we have in a date. Maybe if I give some date range, so based on the date I need to get the orders, right? So now I don't want to get all the orders from that database table. So based on the date, maybe if I give 1 month, so if I give today's date, it should bring all the orders of today. That's it. So maybe as a store manager, I will give an input today, and maybe I can input the store. So it's my Nijampet store, it's my KPHP store. Maybe I have a configuration for the KPHP store. Okay, execute it. I will get all my orders which I sold today, guys. So that's a reporting concept, and I am going to see the total amount. I am going to collect those amount from all the cash managers, guys. So this is what. So this is the thing. I don't want to calculate pen and book and what is the normally in Kirana shop. Wow, they will do. They will calculate everything and they will give an a bill, right? So not like this. Here I am going to see everything on a report, guys. Just I will execute in a fraction of seconds. I am going to get everything, every data, guys. That's exactly the use of the software, guys. So now, so maybe we have declared a select options and parameters, and if you want to provide in a single input, see this is in a single input. So can you enter multiple values? Can you enter multiple values here? Can you enter multiple values 10 and 20 and 30? Can you enter? No, it's not possible. You can enter only one, 10 or 20 or 30. So it's in a single input values, single input selections. But here, guys, you can see I can provide in a range. So maybe not only today's date, maybe in the uh, last 5 years, what is my sales in my store? What is my sales? What is my sales in the last 5 years? Also, that also I can provide in a so random. I need to get on 29th. I need to see the orders. Maybe 25th, 27th, 29th. I need to see the orders only on the particular date with the multiple selections. So which is possible? The multiple selections are possible with the select options, guys. So that's the importance of the select options. So it provides the ranges and also are multiple value and not are and even it provides the multiple value selection, guys. So guys, so if it is in a single, if it is in a single field, if it is in a single, so it will be stored on the selection screen field. Yes, so this is my data object for the selection screen field. It will store the value. But here in case of select options, I'm entering the multiple values. I'm entering the multiple values. So if you want to store multiple values, and this field should be like what kind of field, guys? This field should be like what kind of field? If you want to store multiple values, what kind of field it should be? Huh? Internal table, right? So exactly, guys. Whenever, no need to declare separately an internal table for the select options. Whenever you declare an select options, by default system will create an internal table for you with inbuilt work area, guys. That's the behavior of the select options. So whenever we define the select options, system will create by default internal table with inbuilt work work area with the same name, guys. With the same name, it is going to create the inbuilt work area, guys. So how exactly it is? So maybe, so we are going to see now. So I told, right? So it will display. Maybe what I am going to do is I go to the right statement. Just I am going to do just check debugging. Just I am writing some logic, guys. I would like to see, because these are all declarations. Can you put in a breakpoint on the declarations? No, it's not possible. That's why I put an executable code to check in the debugging what exactly the select options. Okay, put in a breakpoint now. So execute now, and I give some date. Maybe give first I will give the range. See, I'll give the range, 5 years range I have given, guys. This is my from field, this is my to field. And here in the select parameters, I give only 1000. I give only 1000. So I have entered the values for the one value for the select option, the another value for the parameters, and execute. Whenever you execute, it will stop in the breakpoint, right? See now, p underscore vkorg 1000, whatever the value I have entered. And guys, in p underscore vkorg, we can store only single value, right? And p underscore vtwg, p underscore spart. But now I click on the select options, s underscore date. See, guys, whenever you click on a s underscore date, see, it's giving me a two things. One is work area and another one is the internal table, guys. So it creates by default one. See, this is a, what is this object, guys? What is this data object? What is this data object? What is this data object? What is this data objects? So what are all the data objects we have? Variable, work area, and internal table. So this is a variable. If you see the value immediately, it's a single value. You can store it. Maybe double click it. You can see. So this is my field. I can store only single value. One field, one value, right? And I will double click here. Huh? One field, huh? One field, two field, three field, four field, and how many records here? Only one record. What object it is? Work area. Now you can see, guys. If you see here, it is a number of records and four columns. It's an internal table, guys. See, so this is my internal table. It creates an internal table with what fields? It's an assign, option, low, and high fields, guys. Low field means it's a from field. See, this is a from field, and high field means it's a to field, guys. Low will have the from value and high will have the to value, guys. And also these are some signs include and between, and there are different kind of signs, different kind of options we have. We'll see what exactly these things. So whenever I said, right, so whenever you declare any select options, by default, see my statement, whenever we define a select option, system will create by default one internal table with the inbuilt work area with the same name. See now, so It creates one internal table and also with inbuilt work area with the same name s underscore date and s underscore date, guys. But what is the difference? The name is same. So how can you determine whether it is in a work area, whether it is in an internal table, guys? Hmm? Fields are same. Work area and internal table, always the fields will be same. So you can see there is a symbol. So always I talk about symbols the first day, right? So there is a bracket symbol. So if you see after your data object, there is a bracket, it's an internal table. And without a bracket, it's a work area, guys. So if you have a internal table with inbuilt work area with the same name, so if it is an internal table, you need to keep in a brackets. If it is in a work area, don't keep in a brackets, guys. That's the name. Select the options behavior, and so it will create a by default one internal table and with inbuilt work area. Inbuilt should be like this. Inbuilt work area with the same name with below fields, guys. So it is going to create the internal table with below fields. What are all those fields? And sign, option, low and high. So that's the thing, guys. So maybe insert. It's like an internal table, sign, option, low and high field. What is that? It's a sign, option, low and high field. So you already know low means from field, high means to field. Sign, what exactly is the sign? We have one is the include, and another one is the E. It's an exclude, guys. So see, I am going to input like this case 100. So maybe I will give like this example 100 to 200. So if you give include means it is going to include between 100 to the 200. Suppose if you write 100, now tell me, guys, mathematics exclude. Tell me what values I need to get. Huh? That means yeah. So yeah, that's a straightforward answer. But the logically, I need a values less than 100. I need a values greater than 200. Yes, exclude the values between 100 to 200. So between 100 to 200, I don't want the values. Exclude the values from 100 to the 200 and give me the values less than 100 and greater than 200, guys. That's an exclude option. Include means I want the only values between 100 to the 200. Yeah, between 100 and 200. But if it is an exclude, it's a not between 100 and 200. I want a less than 100, I want a greater than 200, guys. That's an include and exclude options. Okay, so maybe in the options we have an a between, we have an a between, and sometimes I can have only equal, guys. Maybe I want only value of 100, I don't want the 200. So equal option, and even I can have not equal to, also not equal to 100. Get me the values which are not equal to the 100, not equal to any. So I can have an arithmetic operations where I can comparison operations we can put in the option. And sign means whether you need to get an include values or else you need to get an excluded values, case. That's an a sign, option, low and high fields. So these are all the fields which we have in the select options. If you see, so we have the field sign, sign I, and option between, and low field high. It's a two field, guys. That's the name. Select option behavior. And guys, and one more important is whenever we use the parameters in the select query, in the where condition of the select query, we use an equal parameter in the where condition, right? But if it is in a select option, okay, if it is in a select options, you have to use if if it is in a select options, If it is select options in where condition of the select statement, we use not equal, guys. We are going to use in as an operator. In, we are going to, instead of equal, we are going to use an in as an operator, guys. So maybe we'll write the select query now, then you are going to get to know, guys. Now I'm going to write a logic and come back and debugging and restart and change. And guys, so now I will take it out and selection screen values, and based on the selection, what I need to do, so select the data, select fields, VBGLN and ERDAT, AUART and VKORG and VTWEZ and SPART and KU and see, guys, you remember the fields. So it's all based on your practice. First day maybe you don't know what are the fields, but the second day you are comfortable, you are remembering the fields, guys. That's all based on your practice, guys. So you can easily remember those. And from which table you need to get it? From table VBAC. This is the order header data, and into table GT underscore VBAC. It's an internal table, and my internal table is an VBAC is an internal table, and where my ERDAT. This is my order creation date, guys. See, go to the table. Better, it will give a lot of information. SC11 and table is the VBAC and display it. See, guys, the field is the ERDAT, and the date on which the order is on which date the order is created. Order creation date, I will say this is ERDAT. Where ERDAT, and guys, if it is in a select options, okay, so what you need to use? Is it equal? No, you have to use in S underscore, and what is the selection field? It's in a date, guys. S underscore date is the selection screen field for the order creation date. And guys, so if you have more parameters, we need to use and. See, right, it's a common, it's a mathematics. And so not only that field, and also we have one more filters, not R, it's an and only. Okay, don't use R. So and we have VKORG, and which is equal to, see, guys, if it is in a parameters, I am using equal P underscore VKORG and VTW. These are all the fields which are available in this table. I can apply my filters and and SPART, and which is equal to the P underscore SPART, guys. This is my select statement. See, I have applied all the filters. So I have applied the date range, I have applied the sales organization, I have applied the distribution channel, I have applied the division. So these are all my selection screen parameters, input parameters. I have applied those input parameters in the select query. The filters, I can put multiple filters, guys. That's not a problem. So yesterday we have seen only single filter, right, with the VKORG. But today I have applied multiple filters. If you want to put multiple filters, you need to use end is the operator, guys, in the where condition. Pretty printer. And this kind of things no need to give any notes, guys. So you need to remember these kind of things. So it's a simple things. And is the operator, guys. So simple and R. So right, in and means, so both the conditions should satisfy. R means any one of the conditions should satisfy. That's the difference between and R. In Telugu, it's a Mariu and Leka. Okay, so Mariu means definitely both should be there. Leka means, so we have this or that, guys. Okay, uh, that's the and I want all these conditions, guys. Now, guys, so sometimes, guys, so I need to know, so whether this select query is executed successfully or not. How can I check it, guys? How can I check it? Huh? Oh no, yeah, not in debugging. Perfect. Size not described. So yeah, that also we can do, but it's more, I need to do more logic. Describe table also we can do it, but the perfect system variable we need to use, guys, always. I told very important thing. Psi sub RC. Psi sub RC. Very important. So I can do, guys, if psi sub RC equal to 0, that means it's in a successfully executed, guys. See, it's in a successfully executed. So this kind of things you need to do whenever you write in a select statement. Maybe what I will do, instead of equal, if it is not equal to 0, what I need to do, guys? If it is not equal to 0, what I need to do? Maybe I'm going to write like this. No data found for the given selection. For the given selection, there is no data, guys. So that's what I can do. And maybe I can put format color red 3, yellow 4, light blue 5, green 6, red. I think 6 is the red. And format color off. Okay, save and pretty printer. And okay, guys, edit. Something going wrong, guys. What is the error? 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 Tell me. Hmm? What is the error here? What is the, yeah? So what is the error? GT underscore VBAC. It's an internal table. So did you declare the internal table? No. You have to declare the internal table. With how many fields you need to declare? With how many fields you need to declare? Huh? With the specific fields you need to declare it, guys. Maybe I'm a lazy person, guys. I'm a lazy guy. Okay. Data GT underscore VBAC type table of VBAC. I declared with all the fields. Okay. GS underscore VBAC. It's type of VBAC. Right. Save. Pretty printer. Do the syntax check. And guys, so it is giving me some error warning, guys. So it's it we are declared the internal table with all the fields, but I am selecting only specific fields. Ideally I should declare in a types, and in the types I need to declare only these fields, right? Even I can do like this also, guys. But whenever the structure mismatch, the internal table fields mismatch with the selected fields from the database, my statement is, if the internal table fields are not compatible with the selected fields from the database, this is my selected fields, right? From the database I am selecting only these fields. Okay, whenever you write in a select query, you can use one more type of select, guys, into corresponding fields of table. So this is also one more third kind of select statement. No syntax errors found. Now you see and activate, guys. So parallel, I told, right, parallel processing. We talk about the select. Now I go to the selects. So one, we have seen different kind of selects. This one kind of select statement, this second kind of select statement, and this is my third kind of select statement. And I'm going to include the one more kind of select statement. So okay, maybe when you write your notes you may confuse, because I will write okay here and there, right? So okay, see, this is my I will include, but you cannot do, you cannot insert a paper, right? So that's the thing. And maybe so you can write whatever the notes you want, but you have to refer my PPT, okay? Or else take a printout of this. And what is the select query? Fourth kind of select statement, guys. So the fourth kind of select statement is the into corresponding fields of. So when the internal table fields doesn't match, or I can say compatible with selection fields from select query, then we use the into corresponding fields of, right? So here you can see, right? So my fields, how many fields I have? Almost 178 fields I have declared. All the fields. If I declare a table reference, all the fields, 178 fields we have in the VBAC table. So this internal table is created with 178 fields. But I selected only 7 fields or 8 fields. And if it is doesn't match, then we use into corresponding fields of table, guys. This is the syntax we use. And maybe I give this syntax. So this is the syntax. Guys, in terms of performance, is it a good statement or bad statement? Can anybody tell me? In terms of performance, is it a good statement or bad statement? Is it a good statement or bad statement? Is it a good state? Now you tell me, is it a good statement or bad statement? Huh? Is it good statement or bad statement in terms of performance? I put red. It's a bad. Okay, it will give low performance, guys. Why? Because see, I'm selecting fields specific, but my target have 178. System will select VBLN, then it will store the data in GT VBAC VBLN. So it will search. So whether this field exists or not, 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 this field exists or not. It will check, then it will transfer the data. So performance wise, it will give the low performance case. It provides low performance. But still, I need to explain. You should know everything, guys. Every kind of statement. So we can use this also, the new statement into corresponding fields addition in the select statement as well, guys. So that's an into corresponding fields. Okay, one by one I am introduced. We have almost 15 to 16 kind of select statements, and one by today I introduced the into corresponding fields is the one of the select statement. Okay, now one more thing. See, guys, see here. So I execute the program, guys. Maybe first, guys, if you want to do your unit testing, always you must know database table. What is the data which is there? Okay, without a data dictionary knowledge, it's not at all possible to develop anything, guys. So SAP stands for Systems Applications Products in Data Processing and ABAP, Advanced Business Application Programming. It's a business application programming. You need to know the business data. And here, maybe I'm going to look out the data created on where the created. Maybe today, guys. My today date is. Oh, sorry. Oh, today's date is 2019. Just I am checking. 12 and date is 5. Okay. Is there any order which is created in today? Right. Execute, guys. No orders. Today there is no order at all. And even here also I am going to take the same and I am going to execute. This is my report, guys. This is I developed. We developed this report. That is a standard SAP standard tool, that is. And execute. See, guys, I have given a message. I'm printing no data found for the given selection, guys. So just simple, guys. Here I have a Gmail application. Okay, this is very, very important, guys. So you need to understand this. Sign out. Sign in. Next. Guys, I'm entering some wrong password. Okay. So if it is in a wrong password, okay, where the message should display? That means in the, this is, I can say this is my selection screen. Enter. So it is in a wrong password. So in the same screen, you are displaying the message. But here what I did, execute, you are displaying in a next screen, which is not good, guys. So if it is an error, if there is no data, I need to display the error message here itself. So if you want to handle the messages, this kind of messages, and we are going to use the reports, guys. The concept we use, we can handle the messages by using the message class concept. The concept is message messages concepts, guys. So we have different kind of messages, and the syntax for the messages is like this. Okay, message and message. Here what I need to write? Data, no data found, no data found for given selection. And we have a syntax type. It's an error message, guys. What kind of message it is? It's an error message. Okay, so you need to do a messages, you need to log in a messages case. And if you want to come back to the selection screen, so normally it's not possible, guys. So you have to use in the reporting concept, you have to use the eventing concepts, guys. The event concepts only. By using event concepts, we can come back to the original. That's the purpose of the events. And event is ABAP is an event driven programming language. So how we are going to use these events, we are going to talk in the in this today. We are going to talk exactly how the events will be triggered. So we are going to talk now. So maybe, so if you want to design any program, we have the input screen, right? We have input screen, and we have, what is the next one, guys? Did you remember? Processing logic and control C and control V. We have output, right? And also we have the database. This is the database. Okay, the database can be, tell me, can anybody remember what kind of database we have? MS SQL. SQL is the structured query language, but the database is MS SQL. Okay, Microsoft SQL. This is next. Oracle. You should know the industry, right? Next. Huh? Anna, okay, you are too advanced. Next. Okay, DB6. IBM DB6. It's an IBM product. IBM DB6. And we have Mongo DB. Okay, these are the different kind of database we have, guys. Just to let you know, I ask this question. Okay, so normally this is, I talk about ABAP. ABAP programming language. We have input, we have processing language, we have output, guys. So guys, suppose the event I told, right? ABAP is an event driven language. Suppose in the input, suppose I would like to do some default things on the input, guys. See, so maybe I execute this program. So whenever I execute this program, so maybe I need to do something, some default actions on this screen. How can I do that? Default actions. Maybe every time what I am doing, I am inputting the 1000. When I execute the program, the 1000 value should be defaulted on this screen, selection screen. Okay, if you want to do some kind of actions, this kind of actions, we are going to use the initialization event, guys. So the initialization event, so if you see here, so this is my input screen or selection screen. Okay, in this selection screen, before coming to the selection screen, if I want to write some logic, so the event we call it's an initialization event. initialization. Okay, so this is going to be triggered before the selection screen display. Before displaying the selection screen, this event will be triggered. So that means if I want to default the values, I can default the values under this event, right? So maybe I will write an initialization event here. So I write after the selection screen declaration, I write initialization event. So this is the initialization. Here I am going to write, I am going to default the value. So on which field I need to default the value? Sales organization. What is the selection screen field for the sales organization? Huh? What is the selection screen field for the sales organization? Huh? What is the see the program? What is the selection screen field? Okay, how can you declare the selection screen fields? By using parameters or select options. So now tell me, what is the selection screen field for the sales organization? Huh? Huh? What is the VK? P underscore VKORG. So this is the field I declared, right? You are telling VKORG, but I am asking, this is not a selection screen field. It's in a reference field, right? Type, you are typing with this, right? But actual field is this case. Actual field is this. This is in a reference. For this field, the reference is the VKORG. It's a data element, right? Click on this, it goes to the data element screen. See, what is this? It's a data element, guys. The reference is the data element. See, double click. What is this field? It's a data element. So now my field selection screen field p underscore vkorg hyphen 1000. So now guys, whenever you write an event, even this code also comes under this event only, guys. So this code I have written some event. My only functionality is this. So maybe that's no problem. Execute. See guys, the value is defaulted. Did I enter the value here? No. So come back, execute. Yes, the value is coming. Come back, execute the program. The value is coming. So why the value is coming? Because it is written under the initialization. The initialization event will be triggered before the selection screen display, guys. That's an initialization event. So maybe we'll write some notes about this event. Okay, new slide and insert initialization. When it will be triggered? It triggers before the selection screen display. That's an initialization event. So maybe still you are confusing with this? No? Okay. If you confuse, then I can put on a breakpoint. This is my initialization event. Under the initialization event, this is my processing logic. Place a cursor and put on a breakpoint. Now, ideally, normally when I execute the program, you will get on a selection screen, right? So ideally, I should get on a selection screen, but execute, guys. So before I display the selection screen, my cursor goes to the initialization. See initialization event. The code, the cursor is under the initialization event. So that's why my definition. So initialization, it triggers the before selection screen display, and it is triggered. And here p underscore vkorg. Initially it is in a blank. I am assigning the value 1000. So now the value is 1000 and it is displayed. The 1000 is displayed on the selection screen, guys. That's an initialization event, guys. So the first event is the initialization event. And also, guys, even I would like to default the values in the sorry, I would like to default the values in order creation date and low value and high value. Okay, low value and high value. How can I do that? How can I do that? Tell me now. Tell me the thing, guys. How can I do that? How can I do this? If it is in a single field, single value, I can directly assign the values. But select option, what is the select option? What is the select option? Huh? Multiple values. And what is the select options? If it is in a select options, what exactly the select options? What exactly the select options? It's an internal table. And if you want to assign the values to the internal table, what you need to do? What are the steps you need to do if you want to assign the values to the internal table? First, we need to pass to the values to the work area. Then you need to pass the values from work area to the internal table, guys. Exactly. So here also I am going to do the same thing. So what is the work area here? What is the work area here? So what I told about select options, whenever you define a select options, it will create an internal table with inbuilt work area with the same name. That means internal table name is s underscore date, work area name also s underscore date. But how do you differentiate? With the brackets, guys. So now without a bracket, that means it's in a work area hyphen sign, and which is equal to the include, right? That is what you have seen. Hyphen option, I want a between the values and s underscore date hyphen low, and which is equal to the my low value, which is equal to the, maybe I can do, guys, like this: side datum minus last 6 months. How many days? Last 6 months, 180 days. So I want a range low value in the last 6 months and high value. Now tell me what is the high value. Side datum. That's it. Side datum. Today's date. I want last 180 days means last 6 months data I want, guys. I want from today. I want last 180 means last 6 months rate. Low value is minus 180. So this is the way we are going to use the system variables, arithmetic operations and all. So it's all combinations. The programming means, okay. So now, guys, I have the data in work area. What you need to do? Append s underscore date work area to the internal table s underscore date. Normally I need to write like this, right? But if it is both, don't do like that. That's it. Append s underscore date. It will append the data from work area to the internal table by default, guys. Okay, that's a name. Inbuilt work area. Inbuilt work area with the same name. Do append. That's it. It will do the append by default. See, and activate, guys. Very very important. Huh? This stuff is very very important. So maybe I debug again. Again I debug. Everything I show in the debug, guys, because debugging is the powerful. Okay, so F5 1000 is defaulted. Now s underscore date. So first one is work area. First is the blank, right? So assign the include value, assign the between value. See now, work area, assign include and between. And today's date is the 2018 10/26. Actually, system date this is. Okay, minus 180. 6 months means 10 months minus 6 months, 4 months. April 26 minus almost 10th month minus 6 months means it's in a fourth month. Fourth month means it's in a April 04. I should get in a date. The low field should be in a 04. So click on the low field. You can see actually it's in a days, guys. Exactly, it will calculate the days because you can see the 31 days as well. That's why it's not coming here 26. Maybe in between we have 31s, 3 31s in between. 3 months, 31 months we have. May 31, June, July 31, August, no? Huh? August also 31, correct. August 31. And September, no. October 31. Oh, no, we have till 10. October means 10, right? So we have 4 months, but 4 days should be difference. Here only 3 days. Maybe if you calculate the days, you may get like this. Okay, 180 days. Okay, you can see the difference. The low date this is, and also the high date is today's date. Today's date is this date, guys. And now you can see my data is there in the, see guys, s underscore date. I have the data in the work area, and maybe I go to the internal table. This is my internal table. I do not have any data in the internal table. So when you do the append, the data will be appended. See guys, one, so include between low date and high date, guys. That's the select options. The special behavior, guys. Select options is very very important, and that's it. That's the see, I have defaulted the values. I have defaulted. Did I enter the values? No. So maybe I will come back, delete the breakpoint now. I don't want to breakpoint. Execute. See, default. Come execute default. Defaulted the value, guys. So that's the name. Initialization event. So initialization will be triggered before the selection screen display. The purpose, normally we use the initializations to provide the default values. To provide the to purposes, it provides default values on selection screen. That's the initialization event, guys. So that's an initialization event. Next thing, guys. Next event is the add selection screen event, guys. So I'm going to introduce now the add selection screen event. So what exactly the add selection screen we are going to see now. So add selection screen is triggered. So maybe, so before selection screen display, initialization event will be triggered, guys. I entered some values on the selection screen. I need to check same Gmail. I entered the password. I need to check whether the password is correct or not. In the same way here also, I entered some values on the selection screen. If I want to validate the values on the selection screen, and we are going to use the event at selection screen event. So after you enter the selection screen, we use the at selection screen event. So, so what exactly this is? So maybe I go here at selection screen. I'm going to validate the data, guys. So I validate the data. Maybe a date I don't validate it, guys, because it's a normal. But I'm going to validate. So yeah, normally I don't get the sleep. So how can you validate the fields from the selection screen? Maybe so I'm entering some value, guys, on the selection screen. So execute. Maybe I enter this value. I will take it out this value. Maybe I put in a junk. Normally junk means junk value I am going to put it. But is this a valid sales organization? No. So when I execute it, I need to tell to the business user, hey, the sales organization junk does not exist in the system. I need to provide, or else wrong sales organization. I need to provide some message to the user. If you want to do any validations on the selection screen, we are going to use an at selection screen event, guys. So at selection hyphen screen, and guys, it triggers when it will be triggers. Normally after you enter the values, then only it should trigger, right? It triggers after inputting the values in the selection screen, and it is used to validate the values for the selection screen fields. Actually, I'm going to use this event to validate the values in the selection screen, guys. So if you want to validate the selection screen values, we are going to use at selection screen event, guys. Maybe I go to the at selection screen now. So guys, this code you have to comment. I will apply this code later. commenting this code. And now you can see the outline selection. And guys, how can you validate the values? Can anybody tell how can I validate this value? So I entered some value on the sales organization. How can I validate this value? How can I validate this value? Uh, okay, keep calm for 5 minutes. And how can I validate this value? How can I validate this value? How can I validate this value? So maybe how the Gmail is validating the password. Just think that how the Gmail application is validating your password. How the Gmail application, what is the funda, what is the steps before, because of that steps the Gmail is validating your password. So what you are doing before signing in, what you are going to do? If you want to sign in, what you need to do? Yeah, okay, you will enter user ID. Okay, even to create a user ID, what you need to do? You have to do a sign up, right? Whenever you sign up, your sign up data, your user ID, your password data will be stored. Where it will be stored? Database, right? So whenever you sign in, where it will check? It will check in the database. Here also, so whenever I create a sales organization 1000, the sales organization value will be stored in the database table. And when you validate the value, you need to check the value in the database table, right? So what is the database table for the sales organization? And how can you not VBAC? And VBAC is in a transactional data, but for even every field there is in a relationship, foreign key relationship, right? So the data for the sales organization will be stored in the foreign key of that field. So VKORG. And if you want to see the foreign key relationship data dictionary, go to the entry help and check. Guys, there is in a table, check table TVKO. So the TVKO is the main database table for the VKORG. See, VKORG, the main database table, organizational, sales organizational table. Always you need to validate in the check tables, guys. If you want to do any validations, always go to the check table or master table. I can say this is my configuration data. The sales organization data will be stored in the TVKO table. I will check that data in the TVKO whether the data is exist or not. If the record exists, then it's fine. If the record does not exist, I am going to give an error. See 1000 which is exist in the database, and I come back junk and execute. Guys, no table entries found, guys. So what I can do, if I want to do a validation, I can perform a select on this database table with this value. Okay, if the data exists, if size sub rc equal to 0, no problem, I can proceed further. But if size sub rc not equal to 0, if the data does not exist, I will raise an error message, guys. That's an validation. Exactly. The password also I will check in the database table. If the password exists, I will go inside, I will show the inbox, outbox, everything. But if the data does not exist, I am going to raise an error message, wrong password. Here also, I am going to raise an error message, guys. See, select that data. Select, okay, VKORG. Or else, what I can do, guys. So I will select the, guys, you can select the count of the data, guys. Select count. Whenever I validate, I always use this select statement, guys. So I will count the record in the database. Okay, this is one kind of select statement. If one record exists with my input, that means the data is exist. Select count star from table TVKO. This is the table for the sales organization. Okay, into counter. Okay, where I need to store the value for the counter. Is it work area? Is it internal table? Is it variable? Yes. Is it variable? Yes. Counter is how many records? One record or two record or three record or four records. it's a variable. So it's my gv underscore count. Okay, where vkorg equal to the p underscore vkorg. This is my selection screen field, guys. I am entering in 1,000 on the selection screen. The 1,000 I am injecting to the this table and to calculate how many records are there. If one single record exists, okay, if size sub rc equal to 0, if size sub rc which is equal to 0, no problem, the record is exist. If the record exists, don't give any error message. Never, no one will give the error message. But if the record does not exist, not equal to 0, not equal to, you can put any, guys, or else you can use this also, you can use it. Okay, less than greater than is the not equal to symbol. Not equal to 0, and to raise error message, guys. And if I'm going to raise an error message, see, I have given a syntax how to raise the messages. See, message, no data found, no data found for the entered sales organization, or else simple, guys, same like Gmail I will give wrong sales organization, and it's an error, guys. It's a type E pretty printer, do the syntax check, and guys, gv underscore count, you need to declare in a data object. And what is the data object? Is the gv underscore count, which is then a of uh, type of vkorg, right? Count always it's an integer, guys. Okay, I know that, and I'm checking you guys because it's an integer. Counter always it should be an integer. So you should be having a variable with the integer. So it will calculate the records. If it is one record, it will store one. It will two records, it will store two. If you have three records, it will store three in the variable, guys. That's the thing. And activate and execute. Now, see, guys, 1,000, it's no problem. It's good. 1,000 is okay. F5. Uh, F8. 1,000 is okay. I'm not getting any message. But I will enter in a, intentionally, I entered in a wrong value. My wrong value is, okay, junk. Okay, good catch. At selection screen. At selection screen, guys. Okay, this is the event. So put on a breakpoint in the at selection screen and execute. And guys, I'm going to give an intentionally I'm giving it a wrong value. Junk is the wrong value. I'm doing a negative testing. Okay, execute. See, F5. See the GV underscore counter 0, guys. No records. Size sub RC. See, size sub RC 4. There is no record. Size sub RC 4. If size sub RC 4, if size sub RC not equal to 0, raise error message. F8. See, guys, wrong sales organization. So I have given a error message, same like here, wrong password. Okay, wrong sales organization, guys. So this is the event. So at selection screen, and which is used to validate the selection screen fields. I'm going to validate the selection screen fields by using at selection screen event, and it triggers after you inputting the values on the selection screen, guys. After the inputting the values, when you execute it, then the at selection screen event will be triggered. Then it is used to validate the validation, whether it is correct or wrong. That's a validation. Validation is you are checking the value in the database, whether the database the value is exist or not, guys. Maybe in the same way I will check the other things as well. Select, again same statement, count star, control C and control V. From I need to validate now VTW easy. So which table the VTW is stored? Go to here, distribution channel, So, and again go to the entry help check, and you can see there is in a table, the check table tvkov, and you need to write the, you need to select the data from the tvkov, from tvkov, uh, uh, where, oh, into is there, into I can use same counter guys, gv underscore count, count, where vtw is which is equal to the p underscore vtw is, and same if psi hyphen sub rc, I can use like this also guys, both ways I can do. I can not equal to greater than less than I can use, and the characters not equal ne also I can use it, both works in a same way. And same control C, the message you can see here, wrong distribution channel. Okay, save and pretty printer, and okay. And now sales organization I will give the right value, and but distribution channel I will give the junk value ju. Say execute. Now you can see this is the, this is for the sales organization, size sub RC 0 guys, successfully executed. And for the distribution channel ju and fi, and you see size sub RC 4. So there is no ju, and enter the wrong, it's in a wrong distribution channel guys. So this is the validation of the selection screen. And guys, so but when it is in a, when you process successfully the selection screen values, that means you entered all the correct values, then if you want to get an output after processing that, we are going to use start of selection is the event guys. In the start of selection we write the processing logic. Exactly after this we are going to write in a processing logic guys. Maybe if definitely there is a data, and we are going to loop at gt underscore vback into gs underscore vback, and loop, and do the right, and gs underscore vback hyphen vbgln, and gs underscore vback hyphen erdat, gs underscore vback hyphen auart, gs underscore vback hyphen vkorg, gs underscore vback hyphen vtwac, gs underscore control s pretty printer, the syntax check, and okay. So guys, always if you want to do in a processing based on this, everything is correct, I'm going to select the data, the order data from the VBAC table, and I'm going to print that data by using loop statement on the output guys. So execute, and now I am going to enter 10 and the distribution channel division 0 0 and execute. Hmm. See, I'm going to get the data guys, the same data 1010,000, and the dates you can see from 4th means April I have a record, June I have some orders, July I have some orders, and August I have some orders. See, in the same date range it is picking the values. And is it picking the values in 2017? No, right? So maybe I will change this date to the 2017, and it will fetch the data from the 2017. See F8 and F8. See, it is fetching the, okay, there is no values in the 2017. Maybe we'll have the values from the 2001 and execute. and F8 and F8, and you can see the values from the 2001, guys. Based on your filter, it is working, right? So based on the date range, it is working, guys. So that's the events in the reporting, and we have seen the events. One is the initialization at selection screen and start of selection. When it will be triggered, it will be triggered after successfully, guys, successfully processing of selection screen values, and it is used to process, it is used to do processing logic. Normally we use start of selection to do in a processing logic. That's it. So these are some of the basic events in the classical reporting events. And so this we are doing in a reporting. This report we call it's in a classical reporting is why. So I am displaying the summarized data. Now I displayed in a summarized data on a first screen. This is my summarized data and I have displayed on the first screen. So maybe if I click on my order, it should display the items in the order. That's an interactive reporting. We'll see in the future sessions, but it's in a classical reporting, displaying the summarized data on a first list, or it's in a primary list. We call it in a basic list. We call it in a classical reporting. And we have seen the three events: initialization at selections, initialization to default the values, and it will be triggered before selection screen display, and at selection screen which is used to validate the values, and which will be triggered to validate the selection screen values, and start of selection which is used for the to do the processing logic, and it will be triggered after you process successfully the selection screen values. The start of selection event will be triggered, and whenever there is an error, we are going to raise the messages by using messaging concept. And also we have discussed some of the important select statement today. So uh, if your select statement doesn't match, if your selection field doesn't match your internal table fields, then we are going to use into corresponding fields of. And we have seen the new statement called the select options for the input the selection screen programming, and parameters will provide the single input values. But if you want to have a range or multiple selections, we are going to use a select options. Whenever you create a select options, and by default system will create an internal table with inbuilt work area with the same name, and the fields we have in the select options are sign, option, low and high fields. Low field is the from field, high field with the to field. And also whenever you use the select option field in the where condition, we use in operator. If it is in a parameters, we use an a equal as an a operator, guys. That's a brief the revision of the class which we have discussed in today, guys. So that's it for the day. And do you have any questions? Hmm. Hmm. Already there. So first I will execute. First you will get an a selection screen. So I told fundamental. So how the programs will work? You have a selection screen, right? First the selection screen comes. I enter the values on the selection screen. Okay, when you execute a at selection screen, after you input the values, when you execute a at selection screen event will be triggered. It goes to the at selection screen event. I am selecting the data based on the input values. Maybe sales organization data I am checking from the table. Okay, so select means you are checking the data in the table F5, and I'm calculating. So but there is no yeah, there is a value. If there is a value, I don't raise an error message. If it is correct, we will do an error message, no. But here VTWG is the 10, and even the 10 value is there. Yes, I don't do any validations because both are correct. If it is in a wrong value, I am going to raise an error message. If it is in a correct value, then what I am going to do? I am going to display the data in the output. I am going to display the data in the output. So what is your question now? Uh, which now? Okay. Uh, uh. అన్నిటికీ డిఫాల్ట్ ఇవ్వాలని గ్యారంటీ ఏం లేదు. I can whatever you want you can give. That's the input meaning. So instead of entering many times, suppose I am the store manager of Hyderabad, always I need to see the sales. Every time I need to input, right? So to reduce the business user effort, we are defaulting the value. That's it. Suppose if the I'm the manager, even next day I become a manager of even the Bangalore. Also, I'm going to take care. So I can input the Bangalore store and I can see it. I can see it, right? So it should be an A. Whatever you input, that output you are going to get it, guys. So not necessary to give all the default values, guys. It's not necessary. You can input whatever you want. Just I explained. If you want to default the values, this is the concept. Don't think that every time you do any defaulting concept. Did you get? It's all based on your requirements. You are going to do it, guys. So always, guys, whenever I explain the concept, so the same concept is applicable for all. Okay. So if you want to do that functionality, that is the code you need to write it. Okay. If you don't want it, no problem. Don't write it. Here I defaulted only the sales organization. The other fields I didn't default it. I don't. It's not my requirement. I don't default the values for the distribution channel. I don't default the values for the division. So that's why I didn't default it. But date, always I need to execute my report for the last 6 months. So that's why I defaulted this report for the last 6 months. So today is this. Maybe tomorrow it will come like this. 30 again 27. Then later execute 31st. Then it will go to the 28th. So like that it is going to execute, guys. Okay. By default, you are executing this for the last 6 months, guys. Okay. So that's the defaulting and validation of your selection scheme things. Okay, that's it. Okay. Use session. It's almost 1 hour 40 minutes. Okay. That's it for the day. Thank you all. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Yeah. Any questions? Okay. I know you are little. I like foreign key only today also. So you maybe like on the wall. Okay. So practice this and then you will come to know what exactly it is, guys. Okay. You have to practice from your end and you need to debug the thing, guys. Maybe I can share this program, Control C, and maybe when I download it, you are not able to open this. I will manually take a notepad. What happened here? Something is happened. Okay, guys. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.